I'm here with Derek Morris. How you doing, Derek?
Good, good, good. Just trying to
Good.
wake up like I was telling you, but feeling good. I'm
Yeah.
stoked to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a blessing and a privilege to talk with you. Let me start first things first. Who is Derek Morris? Where are you from? What are you about? Give us some
Uh,
backstory.
so Derek Morris, shoot, I'm from San Diego, California, but I was actually born in Chula Vista, which is close to like Tijuana, and a lot of my upbringing was from in the South, so I was like the only like white kid. And it was very in the ghetto, very difficult upbringing, but that's where I use a lot of my music today to shine the things that I've been through. And that's what fuels me to keep going. This isn't about being a rock star at all. My biggest thing is like, man, why not get on a stage, dude? It's all about like shooting that hope to other people. The same the Derek Morris Rock Show, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's me, dude. I'm anti rock star, I guess you'd say. Let's just be people. That's what we are. We're beautiful people.
That's what punk rock is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 100. I always said, my dude. Like that's why my thing is always. I always say like punk rock, hip hop, because I was raised in hip hop, and
Mm,
I didn't know what punk rock was till later on. So because I was
gotcha.
in the hood. So, but I always say like punk rock, hip hop, acoustic rock. I don't stop because it's just
Very
saying
good.
like
Very good.
those are my little gifts.
So that really is what you would describe your music as: hip hop, punk rock, acoustic rock.
Yeah,
Am I right in saying that?
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Because that's what I'm getting from you. But that punk ethos is just all the way through. But that hip hop ethos is all the way through your music too. But you add to that the hope that there's a better way, and everything changes, right?
Right. Absolutely. I feel like I said, that's the number one reason why I do this. Like and there's no disrespect towards other artists or other people doing why they do music. That's just my number one thing is like, dude, like, is to show hope and to show encouragement. They're like, "Hey, dude, I'm Derek. Like, I was raised horrible, and I went through a lot of stuff, and I have PTSD, and I'm doing this." Because I feel a lot of times, look at your Instagram and be like, "Man, this guy's got it all together."
Yeah.
And it's like no one has it all together. So it's cool to be human on there.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what when I talk to artists and musicians and bands, I hit on that a lot because people
Mm,
do, whether it's people that's coming to a show or they see on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, they look at you and they're like, "Oh man, that's what I want to be. That's who I want to be." But they don't
mm,
see the struggle. They don't see and feel the pain, that you've been through. They just think you're above it all, right? And
yeah.
and that's
So
not reality.
no, that's why I do try to like I love these podcasts, these interviews because like I do a lot on my stories too like, "Hey dude, I'm just a normal guy and like today sucks," or like because like you said, people have this like weird imagery of you, and I get it. We all get it, right? That just when we were kids, I guess. But some people don't grow out of that, and they're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh." And I always tell my wife, I was like, "Dude, people will look at my page and like see all the cool things I've been blessed with." But it's like, dude, like I shouldn't even be here alive through what I've been through, and
Mm,
I still go through many struggles with my PTSD. Like there's days where I can't do anything. So it's just like, but that's what I always say. If I can do it and people are like, wow, you're a rock star in this, and I'm like, you could do it too, man. Like, you
yeah.
got this, dude. And like and for me again, it's like it's all God, dude. Like I know there's no way I would even be alive if it wasn't for God's protection on my life, brother.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Definitely, and I think you've answered part of the question I have in that is, if somebody comes up to you at a show or at a merch table or whatever, there's, just saw you play or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, I'm thinking about ending it all." I'm thinking about, I can't get out of this, funk that
Mm.
I'm in. I'm down. What do you say to somebody like that? How do you approach that? How do you respond to them?
Dude, honestly, for me, I've learned over many years, just from my own personal thing, it's like I just I would just hug them. I would just say, "Hey, come here, man. Like, I just want to hug you. I just want to tell you that you're amazing, you're important." And not tell them. I feel like sometimes we try to fix people, correct?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are like, well, okay, this and this and this and this and this and this and this. Like I always tell my wife like this theory I always have in my mind that, or not theory, just whatever. Like if someone's falling off a mountain, are you gonna say, hey, let me read you the instructions on how to climb back up? Or are you
Mm,
just gonna reach down and pull them up? So
yeah.
that's like kind of my theory, like, dude, like like just love on them, dude, and just like, and if it goes farther, like, hey, man, like, you know, a place I can go. Yeah, of course, resources, but like, I would not start with like trying to tell someone how to live their life. I say
Yeah.
just pour that love into them, dude, because God is love. Last time that I checked in the Bible, and I think a lot of people overshoot that like your love is very powerful because that's God. And yeah, that's what I do. It's funny because like when me and my wife go and hang out and stuff, like I'm the first one to like, I just love people. And I know like I'll just be hugging people and people, they look at me like at first like, oh man, this guy's been through a rough time, or he's this, or I always get the rapper. This guy's a rapper. And then when they get to meet me, they're like, dang, this guy, he's a really sweet guy. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. So
Got to peel
but
away that facade, right?
yeah, and we all live in that, but I feel that's a day-to-day thing on a personal level to get out of it. Like, nah, dude, let's not live like that because it's separating us, all types
Yeah.
of people. It's like, yeah, so love, man. I always say that on my page, like love is the cure.
Well, it's interesting. I was talking with somebody a couple of weeks about this. You look at First Corinthians 12, right, and it talks about all the spiritual gifts and all these things. But at the very bottom of that chapter, if you read the last line, Paul says, "But let me show you a more excellent way." And another translation says, "Let me show you a better way." And
Mm,
one of the things people forget, the Bible was not originally written with chapters and verses, right?
mm,
So if you look at the last line in that chapter and what the entire next chapter is about, it's about love. It's about loving people. It's about
yeah.
loving yourself. It's about loving God. And if we don't have that, then we're nothing, right?
Yeah. I can't, I don't know. I'm so bad with um, like what verse said what, but the verse that talks about like you can have faith to move mountains and you could do all this stuff. Without love, it's nothing.
Yeah, you're
And it's
right.
like how many times, like even the commandments, love God, love other people, all the things hang off of those, like
Yeah,
that's it, baby.
that's
Like
it. That's it.
that's it. Like there's no more to that. And I personally met people in my past, but I've learned not to argue. That was my flaw because I thought I was trying to get a good thing across. And this is with Christians, this is, but just saying like, dude, let's just love people. And it's like,
Yeah,
no, we have to this and this. I'm like, dude, we're not here to save nobody.
right.
That's not our mission. We're here to give hope and love.
Yeah.
So
No, you're right. You look at the life of Jesus, the scriptures say when he came in contact with people who were hurting and broken, he had compassion on them. And
yes.
I've said this time and again, that word compassion means that you love somebody so much that
Hmm.
you go into action on their behalf.
Whew.
Right. So what did Jesus
Yeah.
do? He, just like what you were talking about, he gave them hugs. He put his hands on them. He healed them. He fed them. He cared for them. It wasn't about giving some theological discourse or giving them, like you said, that guidebook. Here's how you climb up the mountain. Man, he just walked with them. He lived with them
Yeah.
and he loved them.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what like I say, it's simple to, I don't know, for me, I'm not like a freaking like superhero or anything, but I'm just saying that it's just so simple to me, that part of my life
Yeah.
now. Like I've always kind of had that with me, but I went through some times where the anger, like I did some crazy stuff. But when I'm like started getting like my life, like, okay, this is like how I need to really be. The love just like guides, like God guides you through. He's love, dude. Like
Yeah.
to me, I was telling my wife, I'm like, I just it should be secondhand. It should be like brushing your teeth in the morning. Like I'm the guy I always laugh at, tell people, I'm like, yeah, everywhere I go, I'm like, I smile, I say hi to everybody. If I like what they're wearing, I'm like, those are dope shoes, man. And people are like, they
Yeah.
kind of like jump out of their skin, but they get happy because it's like I feel like people don't compliment even. It's like really
Mhm.
weird. And I just do it because I'm prompted to. I can't like shut up, you know? So it's like, I don't know. It's crazy though.
Well, and that comes through your music too, and it's part of what I've loved about listening to you and what
Mm,
you're saying
thank
about
you.
what you're playing is that aspect of loving for people and just caring for people is coming through. I think about some of the songs like "Strength in This Moment," and you've written a song about PTSD. You've written songs of hope. What are a couple of songs that come to mind for you that really sum it up? Talk to us about those songs, those titles, and the
Mhm.
message that you're speaking through the music.
It was one this one song, "I'm Alive." Like that
Mm,
song, and it's just always on my heart to like right before I sing it, I just tell people like, dude, like I wasn't supposed to be here, you know. So like, if you'd have saw me a couple years ago, like 10 years ago, you would have been like, this fool ain't gonna make it. And like that's why I tell him like I'm here, you know, and like it's what sums that song up so much to me is the second verse. And I posted a lot on my page, and it says, when you're feeling lonely and your soul's running empty, just know that you are amazing and you can do anything.
mm,
And I've had people dude, it's crazy because it's so simple. It's not like
yeah,
some poetic, like by the river with the birds flying. It's just like, dude, it was a song that I was in my heart. And like when I share that, people are like, I've never heard anything like this before. Like,
yeah,
what is this guy like in a good way, you know? And that just always blows my mind because the simplicity of just saying to somebody like you can do anything. It's like but having like having that like behind the words, you know, like really meaning it, not just like my music, so I'm gonna find a way to say that you're good or something. I don't know. But
right.
that song is and that's crazy because that was the first song that no, the second song I actually wrote for Derek Morris because I've done so many other projects that were just crazy, and I just was like, I'm gonna be Derek Morris, and I've been just doing Derek Morris for now 5 years,
Wow.
so it hasn't been that long, and it's been a lot of like cool stuff, a lot of healing too, like with people, man. Like I guess that's why I can't say it enough to people that are musicians out there. Like your music affects other people,
Yeah.
and like no disrespect towards some things, but it's just like I've heard all the I feel like sometimes in my life I go and see a band and like I've heard like your girlfriend broke up with you and you want to kill yourself.
Mm,
Like and I understand the expression. Like I'm not it's weird because I'm like on this like thing, like you know, it's like it's being said so much. Can we like sing it like Bob Marley? I just love like simple. Rise up this morning, like everything's gonna be all right. Like
right.
what happened to that cool music, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Like, I like to feel good. Like, don't we like to feel good? Like, I don't want to certain music I can't even listen to this day because it'll drag me down. And it's like, and this isn't like, oh, I don't listen to my favorite bands are not Christian, but they're not talking about like certain things. The other bands are just like, it's depressing. Like,
Yeah.
even the chords, it might not be depressing to someone else, and that's totally cool. But for me, I'm just like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I'm already having a bad day.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, and that's part of what I love about it, and it's just stripped down, raw. This is what it's about, you know. You're
Mm,
having a bad day. Here's some hope. Let's walk
yeah,
this together. And I love that about your music. So tell
thank
me,
you.
you just mentioned, some of the bands you listen to. Who do you listen to? Who influences you musically, lyrically? Where do you draw some influence, some inspiration from?
Man, a lot of it is old school for me, old school things like I just like real life stories and I noticed from imperfect people. So
Mhm,
like Rancid Rancid, Green Day, Social
mhm.
D, just it was funny too cuz those were bands that people would always tell me like they don't sing right. Like, they
Yeah.
can't sing, and I was like, the Ataris, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
but I could feel what they're singing about their life walking down the street or like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
but then they would also have a flip on like, I don't know, like keeping their head up too. But even if it wasn't, the music was very like I want to say pop punk, but very melodic. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
it kept me like feeling good in the story, you know.
yeah,
And that too with like hip hop, like I just loved people's like um just the rawness, dude. Like this is a real like no wonder I can relate to that because that's what I've been through. And like, oh,
yeah.
it was like they were telling their story. It wasn't like they were saying something to be a rock star. I feel like some people can make up what is it? Make up lyrics for the sound of just of an effect, you know?
Mhm.
But then there's actually artists that are just really being honest.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, those are a lot of those bands were my and to this day are still my favorite.
Yeah,
So
I love that about a lot of old school. I've been talking to people about that, about how music doesn't tell a story much anymore. You
right.
know, it's just for a show. It's for it's a special effect. But I think you're right, man. I think people want to connect. Music connects us, and ultimately it's the story that connects us. You know, we are story driven people. So we've got to tell some stories.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. I feel that's gonna I really have hope in that area too, that there's gonna be other people come out, you know, and like, just be real, you
Yeah.
know? Like, it's not we're not I feel like the whole world's trying to be Hollywood or something. It's like, "Hey, man," like and no disrespect towards, you know, but I'm just saying, like, oh, just it's like sitting down and just talking with someone, you know? I
Right.
wanna "How was your day?" I don't wanna be like, "So, like, how much money did you make today?" And, like, superficial stuff, dude, like, "What's
Yeah.
up?" I wanna know, like, your favorite color or something weird, you know?
Yeah, and I think social media has distorted and skewed our perception of who people are, who we are supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
We've forgotten who we are as humans.
Yeah.
You know, we constantly have to put this face on in order to impress somebody on the other side of the screen, and it's just not working. I think we're
Mm,
realizing as a collective population that it's not working, and we've got to figure out a better way.
yeah, absolutely, and that's what I was saying. I definitely believe that it's gonna have a shift, you know,
Yeah,
and like I'm excited for it because I'm like, let's go. Like I know there's other people riding that wave too, but it's crazy. I don't feel it like we see it as much, you know, obviously because it's the industry. You have the industry with the money and everything, so their stuff is in. We a lot of people we get influenced by things, right? So
right.
it's like, oh, that's how it's supposed to be. I have to be a rock star or like
Yeah.
tattoos, man. Like, I didn't get face tat or I didn't get like my knuckles done until I was like 30, you know? And this was a big thing when I got it done. People were like, "Oh, you're blasted." Like, that's it. And then I got my neck done and I was like, "Whoa." And now it's just like that thing, the influence. So then now like I'll meet kids and I have nothing against it. But like at that time of my life I knew where I could be with tattoos, you know? Like I'm
Mhm.
good. But you see the kids, I'll see kids that have their faces blasted more than mine. And I'm like, it looks great, and I'm not, like, hating on them, you know, but it's just kinda like, that's a big decision to make
Yeah,
in your 20s, and, yeah, it's but like I said,
definitely is.
it's the influence, you know?
Yeah, and you're telling stories, not just through music, but you're an artist too, in terms of physical art, painting,
Yeah.
drawing and stuff. Talk to me about some of that. I mean, I'm getting ready to put an order in for some of the stuff you've got online. I think I've even
Oh,
seen you've got coloring books on there, don't you? I mean, all kinds of
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, tell
I
tell me about
know,
your art.
so my art, I created that, man, like, I don't even know, a couple, at least 2 decades ago, and it was just, about, like, vampires and ghosts, but it was, like, kinda like hugs, not blood, like, kind of
Okay.
like like, don't judge a book by its cover, you know?
Yeah.
So and they're, like, tell fart jokes and stuff like that, and then so I made books on that, and it was all about loving and, like, just silly stuff, right? But then it wasn't accepted. I had, like, dude, tons of people were like, "This is, like, satanic ghosts and skulls." Like, I don't couldn't tell you the heat I got back then. But since eventually, like I say, over time, right, people come to and understand that it's not what they thought it was.
Yeah.
So now I just, so I wrote at least, dang, I can't count how I think 49 or maybe more books,
Wow.
and they're real simple, but, they're quirky, funny, but uplifting. But
Yeah.
the last, 5 books I did, I just was like, "You know what?" I just had this vision of, like, putting, like, "You are loved," and then putting my characters, and then the next one, "You're beautiful." My characters, like, all these positive affirmations, right?
Yeah.
And, I've been sticking with that because, like, honestly, I give so when I make some, like, for myself, I'll go out and give them to people, that I meet or just at Starbucks or something,
Yeah.
and the next time I see that person, I'm like, "Dude," and I'm talking grown adults, like, I was like, "What?" They're like, "I read your book before I went to bed." And it filled me with so much hope about myself, and I'm like, "That's like it's like a children's book," but, like, I do believe in those things working,
Yeah.
the affirmations, so that's what I've been doing with the last 5 books. I kinda feel like just keeping it that simple, just being like you say, like we were talking about, just, "Hey, man, have a great day." I love, like, telling people that. Like, dude, have an awesome day, man. All right, cool. Like, it's just so like, how did that get lost in translation over these years?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm like, but yeah, so I do that. But I've been, like I said, I've been doing that for years, and I had a lot of things like Tokyo, just I did like the what is it, Comic Con Vans Warp Tour with it when it
Yeah.
was like the actual touring one, and I helped with the proceeds would like benefit Take Action.
Oh, okay.
So basically with that, I've done so much, like, that is one thing, like, that's my dream, bro, to, like, have so much money to give those books away for free to, like, every school in the world. Like,
That's
because
awesome. Yeah.
I've seen them help people, and I'm
Mhm.
like, "Oh, it would be," because and my music too, I give it a lot for free. I'm like, and I feel it's just like it's the greatest thing on earth to give. Like, I just love it. So yeah, the
It
vamps.
really is.
So it was called vamps, and which is like vampires, but for some reason with the e, just kind of made it like more like silly. Oh, like
Yeah.
instead of like
Yeah.
vampires. So that's where I got vamps from. And then now I paint and stuff and make my books, but I don't really put vamps on it. Some of them say it, but it'll be like vamps by Derek Morris. But
Mhm.
now I just kind of put it by Derek Morris. So
Nice. Well, I checked out a lot of your art, and my granddaughters hang out with us during the week here at the house, and they are all totally into art. So we're sitting there
oh, cool.
listening to Derek Morris, letting your videos play while we're checking out your art, and my granddaughter's
Oh,
like, "I want to paint like that. I want that book." So yeah, I'm
uh,
getting ready to put in. So they call me P-pop. They're like, "P-pop, I want some of that," and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna get some of Derek Morris stuff in here.
oh, that's so awesome,
Yeah.
man.
So
Dang, thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah,
Wow.
man. So it's good stuff. It's very encouraging to listen to you, to see what you're putting out, and just as a parent, as a grandparent, as a fan, as a music fan, I just want to say I appreciate you, man. It's
Thank you.
so impactful what you're doing. And
Thank you.
I know you don't always see it, and sometimes
Sure.
those days when it's dark, I just want you to remember the words that what you're doing is valuable and it's meaningful
Thank
and it's helpful.
Thank you so much. Because, like I said, there's not one person that is on this planet that has it figured out that can just keep going, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And, like, honestly, I do have a lot, and I thank you for that encouragement, like,
Yeah, brother.
deeply. And that's one thing too that's crazy. I feel the farther my music goes, the less encouragement you get. Like, I don't understand that at all. I don't know if
Yeah.
people think like, or he's made it, he doesn't need like help or something. And I'm
Hmm.
like, man, everybody could use the help. Like, I'm always help, like,
Yeah.
so I really appreciate that because there are times where I'm just like, what am I doing? Is it even making a difference? But
Yeah.
I'll see, regardless of all the thoughts or things that come at times, I don't stop. I keep going, bro. Cause I'm like, no, it's in my heart. And like, I'm just going to keep going. Like, that's
Yeah.
it.
I love it,
So
man.
thank
Even the love songs. You've got some love songs in there too, man. It's just very
yeah.
encouraging. It makes you stop and think and remember there are people in your life that need to hear you say I love you and I'm with you, right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
it's what
And
it's all
it's,
about.
there's nothing weird about that. That's the
Yeah.
thing. That and that is amazing. And like, it's crazy too. Sorry, real quick, like what you were saying about that. Like, people need to hear that. Like, growing up, I was told like you'll never amount to anything. I was
Mm,
told you were ugly by men.
yeah.
Like weird stuff, just like pushed into the ground. And that
Yeah.
was back then. And I'm just like, dang, like I feel like that pressure of life. I understand being brought up in it, getting it to your face. So then when I see people online, I'm just like, dude, I love like, dude, you're awesome. This is amazing, And like some people are like, thanks, like something, like you're the GOAT. And I'm humbled. I have to tell them like, I'm humbled, man. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? All the goats, we're all sick, dude. Like,
That's
where did that
good.
stop? We're all
Yeah.
special, dude.
Well, for so long, man, I think it's become normative that people are put down. People are under stress and strain. People are experiencing abuse at all kinds of levels. And for so long, that's what's been normal for a lot of people. So when you come along and you're like, let me give you a hug or I love you or be encouraged, that's weird to people, right? And
Mm.
we need to go back and normalize the good stuff and
Yeah.
say, hey, the abuse, that's weird. That's wrong.
Yes.
Putting
Yes.
somebody down or telling them they're ugly or whatever, that's what's weird and that shouldn't be happening. And we should normalize the love and the encouragement and the hope. So I love that about you, man, because it's coming through. It's coming through strong.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Like, man,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a time that I've ever I've been encouraged and it doesn't hit me. And I know that'll be for the rest of my life, dude, because it's like a child to me or something. It's something that like I know God's given me. And I'm just like, oh man, I feel so humbled and honored. So thank you so much.
Yeah, brother. So are you still out in California right now?
Yes, and I've been in San Diego for a year and
Okay.
6 months now. Yeah, I was in
All right.
Riverside, LA prior, and then back to but more it's San Diego.
Okay. So where are you doing a lot of touring? Are you moving around a lot? Where can people be looking for you on the road? What you got coming up?
Um Honestly, so I've been just playing uh actually nothing local. Oh, no, I played one show locally, but, I do have some shows coming up, but the only one I can think of right now would be San Diego, and I don't think that one's till summer, so that's a
Mm,
long. Yeah, but
yeah.
if somebody I honestly don't book any of these shows, I just people come to me, and I jump in on it. So, I just played in, Navato, I don't know how to say it, it's by San Francisco and Oakland
Okay.
and played out there. I was actually going to open up for Michael Grace and the Misfits, and he had to cancel because of his flight. So I opened up for Tony. I don't know his last name. Sorry, from Mest, and
Okay.
just stuff like that. Like, hey, someone flies me out, or if it works in my schedule too, like I'm down. But as
Yeah.
far as anything like specific right now, no.
Man, we got to get you out to the East Coast.
Hey,
We
I'm
we
like I
we
said, I'm always down.
we gotta see some Derek Morris on this side of the U.S., man.
That'd be awesome, dude. That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited though. I feel like it's honestly this year has been a really incredible. Like it just keeps getting like better and better. And a lot of people keep asking me too, like, you got to get out here, you got to get out here. And
yeah.
I don't have a manager. This is all
Mm.
me, bro. Like I design my website. That's probably why I'm so tired too. Like I do all of it,
Yeah,
everything.
it's not easy. It's not easy.
No. It's like I don't have bandmates too, so you don't have someone to but
Right.
my wife helps with certain things when she can, which is awesome. But
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I feel in my heart that there's going to be a lot of big things coming.
good
So,
deal.
and
Well,
I'm
I hope so,
stoked.
man.
Cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely be praying for you.
Thank you.
let's tell people where to find you, where your website, socials,
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
where you need people to check you out.
So you can find me on my website. It's derekmorris777.com. And then you can also check me out on Instagram. It's Derek Morris. The handle is Derek Morris777. Same thing on TikTok. Um, and it's cool on TikTok. I feel it's more my platform to just be more goofy, but like spread my stuff. But I don't know. I'll be sitting on the couch. And I'm like, I'm gonna sing one of my songs, like la,
Yeah,
la, la. So
yeah,
TikTok, any social media platform, music wise, yeah, Spotify, all that stuff. Just Derek Morris. DerekMorris. So it's just Derek Morris. Everyone thinks it's Derek Morris 777, but those were I couldn't just put that as my name, so I had to
right.
add, and those are my favorite numbers. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's not Derek Morris
Yeah,
777. So yeah.
that's how I found you, man. I mean, I watched a reel or something. You were just sitting down with your acoustic and just jamming, and I'm like,
Oh, cool.
I'm hearing this, and I'm like, I need more of that in my life, and
Oh,
so went and started listening to your stuff and just fell in love with it. You know,
oh,
I got to be honest with you. Your Instagram, man, is what my sticker wall aspires to be. It's just so colorful.
oh,
It's just got the right amount of everything. I love
th-
looking at your art, your music, man. Everything you've
mhm.
got. People need to hear more of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Cause like I told you, man, the bigger I get, that means the more free stuff and the more to me, it's like the more hope and encouragement I get to spread, dude. Like
Yeah,
that is what fuels me. Like I feel it right now. I'm just like, oh yeah, like I can't wait because that
yeah,
means I get to give more free. Like I I would love to change the music world, dude. Like I tell my wife that too. Sorry, but like I tell her, man, like how amazing it would be that like I could have my music everywhere, uplifting the whole world. Or every
hmm,
time you scroll, it's like, oh, this guy's telling me how special I am, or
yeah,
like, and that's my main goal, dude. Is to like, I wish the whole world will know. And if God wants to use me, I'm down. I'm
yeah,
scared, but I'll do it. 'Cause I don't wanna be famous, dude. I always tell my wife, "I don't wanna be famous." Like, no, because it's not about me, but if God puts me in the position, well, that's what I
yeah.
do.
That's so true, man. So I just want to tell everybody that's listening or watching, go check out Derek Morris. Find him at Derek Morris 777. I'll put a bunch of links and stuff in the show notes so people can click through and find your stuff. Um, and I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me, man. I know you're busy, got a lot
Absolutely.
going on. And like we were talking earlier, you probably need another nap today just to get through it all.
I know, right? Ugh.
But is there anything else that you would like to say to people or you'd like to share that's on your heart that maybe we didn't talk about just in closing? What do you want people to hear?
Mm.
What you've said so much and I feel like I know what your message is, but anything you want to say?
Don't give up. I don't know, it's
Mm,
really big on my heart right now. It's always big on my heart, but, that's a message that I would love to portray or to say is, like, don't give up on yourself. Like, so many people, whoever, like, hears this, like, so many people love you, you're amazing, you're a masterpiece, and, like,
mm,
just do not give up on yourself. You're beyond loved more than you know, and that's that.
That's good stuff, man. That's a great encouragement, and I appreciate you sharing that.
Absolutely, you know, it's an honor, man. It's my privilege to get. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And man, I feel like you're the type of person, man, I just want to go hang out with, have a coffee, have a meal, stroll down the street
Mhm.
with. And I hope more and more and more people find your art, your music, and
Thank
just
you.
fall in love with it. So be encouraged, brother. I really
I
appreciate it. And
will.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you so much. All right, Doug.
All right, brother.
Take care.